So today I'm going to be combining appropriately two questions that I get asked quite a lot, and I thought that this would be the perfect time to answer them. Now I did kind of go back and forth a bit with doing this video because I thought, will I watch The Chilling Adventures? Do I really want to watch it? And in the end I've decided that for now I will not be watching The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I'm recording this on a Sunday, it is released this coming Friday. But if I hear a lot of hype about it, I may change my mind and watch it. So I will admit that this is not a concrete decision. But for now, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I don't want to watch it, and that is connected to the first part of this video. My Sabrina the Teenage Witch tattoo. I have talked about this before, I think probably shortly after I got it done, so in 2011. So it's been 7 years, but I probably mention it from time to time when I do my Sabrina reviews. But today I wanted to sit down and talk properly about why I got it done, what it means to me, and then why that means I'm not going to watch The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So there'll be a picture of my tattoo on screen just now. It is here, you can't see it just now of course. I got this done in, I think, early 2011. I can't remember the exact date, but I was 19. And I remember I must have looked quite young because we had to try and persuade and convince the tattooist that I was old enough. I was 19, I was well over a year older than what I should have been to get it done. But I think because of the quite juvenile nature of the tattoo, he was a bit concerned. But nevertheless, I got it done. I chose to get the logo done because that's the most iconic thing from my childhood, that Sabrina logo, that and the theme tune. And the reason I got it done is because it marked a pivotal point in my life when I was going from childhood to adulthood. From the age of 7, so 1999, Sabrina had been out for a little while, but I think it had only just come to the UK at this point, until the age of 19, Sabrina the Teenage Witch was my ultimate comfort blanket. I would watch it on, there would be 2 episodes on Nickelodeon, I think it's 7 o'clock, and then at 8 o'clock I'd switch on to Nick Replay and watch them again. That's 2 hours of Sabrina. This was roughly around season 4 that was being broadcast. And over the years, of course, I fell in love with it. My first crush was Josh, David Lasher. I had a poster of him on my wall. And then as I went through secondary school, I continued watching it. The DVDs were released at about this point, so I could actually binge watch it again. And I would also read the books at this point. I started reading the novels and I would just wrap myself up in my duvet. I was going through a lot of mental issues at the time and just lose myself in one of the books. And that became a kind of secondary comfort blanket, a new way of discovering and enjoying the stories. And then when I was about 17, 18, I became wholly dependent on the show after school. Then I went to college, then after college, and then that gap when I was in between university and college, the other way around, I binge watched this show every day. I started reading the Archie comics because I was in a desperate need to discover the story in a new light and just bring new content to me. There was a while when Melissa Joan Hart had her first website. I was in charge of the Sabrina group on the forum, and it was just wonderful. And I started to kind of communicate online with some of the cast members then, and over the years I've developed little acquaintanceships with them. But it was getting to the stage where this show, because I depended on it so much as a comfort blanket and as my escape from reality, I was struggling to look forward and look into the future. I was just so absorbed in this show. And I have been for, we're talking roughly 12 years at the time. And I thought, I need to do something that will concrete this in my life and allow me to move forward. And what better way to make sure it's permanently a part of me without requiring me to focus on it 100% than get a permanent tattoo. And that's why I got this tattoo, was my way of saying I'll always have this comfort blanket with me. But now I can kind of progress into adulthood and look at the bigger world without feeling the need to constantly think about this TV show. So that's my slightly emotional tale of why I loved the show so much that I permanently marked my body with its logo. So because this show means so much to me, because I still absolutely adore it, I still review it sporadically, I am unable to watch The Chilling Adventures. Now that's not because I don't think it will be good, but it's because I have no interest in it. It is such a different programme. From what I can see from the previews, It's actually more like the Archie comic stories than it is going to be like the Heartbreak TV series. I think Cousin Ambrose is in it actually, which is something Heartbreak never explored, but of course he's from the original Archie stories. And to me, it's just not the same program, it's not the same characters, it's not the same show, it's completely different. It's got, you know, this feels more like a teenage program, whereas Sabrina, my Sabrina, is a family show, a children's show. I feel like it'll have a completely different atmosphere. We know the Chilling Adventures is going to be chilling rather than comforting. So it's not just the case that I don't feel like anything could be as good as the original. I can't really call it the original because there was an animated series long before that based entirely on the Archie comics, but the Heartbreak series. And it's not just that it won't be the same as the Heartbreak series, but that is just completely different. And I actually have no interest in the Chilling Adventures. It doesn't sound like something I will enjoy. Now, I said that about Stranger Things, and then 2 series in, everybody was badgering me to watch it. I did. I became a bit obsessed with it, and I love Winona Ryder. So I'm not saying that I will never ever watch the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but I'm saying just now that Sabrina to me is a comfort blanket, and that is why I love it, and that is why I need it and depend on it and will always carry it with me. I do not have that same fascination with the Chilling Adventures. I'm not showing that level of interest. So that is why I will not be watching it. But I may, eventually. But I will not be doing any content about it over the coming weeks and months. But if you've seen it now and you think I should watch it, please feel free to try and convince me. But for now, I am perfectly content with the Heartbreak Sabrina the Teenage Witch.